What's good, guys? I'm Jon the Chief, and for this video, it's going to be covering all the recent changes to Dying Light the Following Enhanced Edition, and also all the changes to Night Invasions, which they actually fixed a lot of the exploits that happened with the new update when the Enhanced Edition actually came out. But before I go further into the video, I want to explain something. I am sorry, I haven't been uploading that much recently. I kind of, was a little bit sad. Something happened, don't want to really talk about, and then I kind of binged myself on manga and anime to distract myself, so I'm sorry about that. I'll be back to making a lot more videos starting today, hopefully. And then yeah, I'm sorry, but this does happen every once in a while. Normally it's not because of something depressing though, but just because I get like bored of video games for a little bit until something new comes out. So if you're new to the channel, I'm sorry. I usually upload daily when new content is out. But let's go right into the actual patch notes. So, first things first is that they added 4 new community maps, which are basically community-made maps, not by Techland, but by just random people who actually designed their own maps in Dying Light using developer tools, which is actually really cool how they bring a lot of these to consoles, including really well-known ones like Huron the Ride. So, that one's already been added, but there's been 4 new ones that have been added with this patch. So, they also added various stability improvements. They fixed quarantine zones not being playable more than once, which I actually thought this was fixed in a patch like almost a year ago. So, I'm a little bit confused about that, but oh well. Next one is that they removed common duplication exploits, which I heard from someone that they actually patched the one that I did in the video I made a while ago, which I actually thought that was really interesting. That was the one that I never would have expected them to be able to patch, simply because this is an old glitch in like almost all games that are run in a similar style to Dying Light. Like that glitch was in Borderlands, it was in Dead Island, it was in this game. But apparently, it's been patched, which I haven't been able to test it, so I couldn't confirm it. But that's what I heard, which is actually kind of interesting. Honestly, I never expected that to happen. I'm actually really impressed that they were able to patch it. Because I just didn't see a way for them to actually do it without making it save the game whenever you drop an item. But, oh well. So, next one is that they added minor tweaks and fixed improvements to the game, and they also added NVIDIA percentage soft shadows, and that's for PC only, but basically what the soft shadows are is just a little bit more detail in the shadowing. Not too many big changes, but they actually fixed a bunch of the glitches in the game. So these glitches and bugs, they actually did not confirm these in the patch notes, but I noticed them as an actual change. So first one is that they fixed the Bozak rewards glitch actually glitching out. So basically, if you earn the Bozak bow before Dying Light the Following Enhanced Edition came out, you might have lost your Bozak bow blueprint. And now, I believe you either have it back or you can earn it all over again. So all you have to do is beat Bozak Horde again. If you don't have it, you should get it back. And it's actually relatively easy. If you beat it once, you should be able to beat it again. And if not, most of you probably already are a relatively high legend level. Just go full melee damage, and then Bozak Horde should be really easy. They also fixed the actual alien Easter egg. It involves collecting 15 unknown strange rocks. But one of the rocks was outside the map and you could not grab it, but now all the rocks are inside the map. You're able to retrieve them all and do the Easter egg. I will be making a guide that should be out tomorrow on actually how to do it, so stay tuned for that. I'll try to upload a little bit at a different time than usual though. Next one is that they fixed dockets. So if you have Bozak dockets, they actually, for some people, including me, this is how I knew about it, is that you actually could not turn them in. When you try turning them in, you got the like whole entire loading bar to actually pop up. It goes up 100%, but you do not actually get a weapon, and you do not lose the Bozak docket. It just, nothing happens. So that was a bug, and they actually fixed that. I was able to turn all my Bozak dockets. And then for the final change that I've noticed, they also lowered your firearm damage greatly with the legend levels. Now, if you did not have legend levels for firearm damage, you will not notice any difference. But if you did, it's about 1/5 of the damage that you used to be able to do. Basically, you had a increase of damage of 1,250%, I believe. Now, it's only 250% increase, so it's a lot smaller, but it should still get the job done on normal and hard mode. I think it's just on nightmare mode, it might not be nearly as effective. But then again, their goal for nightmare mode, I'm pretty sure, was to make it so you have to play stealthily, play smart, you have to use firecrackers, you can't be really risky. And that's what their goal was for nightmare mode, with the actual firearm damage doing so much. You did not need to play that style. That's what their goal was. If you wanted to play where you were one-shotting zombies, I think they wanted you to play on hard mode. So it does make sense for them to actually lower the firearm damage. Plus, it was a little bit too much to begin with, because on nightmare mode, you could one-shot a demolisher on nightmare mode New Game Plus. So that's just a little bit too much damage in my opinion. I like having high damage weapons, but that kind of made everything child's play, so that's not fun at all. They also fixed some quest progression issues in certain situations, and they made a few balance and progression tweaks. And that's basically it for the actual base game. Now I'm going to go to all the changes made to Night Invasions, because I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of you guys want to know. Actually, before we go into the actual changes in Night Invasions, I might explain the gameplay. This is actually a 1v1 versus an Ultimate Survivor, and I thought it was actually pretty cool how I was able to basically block him off from killing that final nest. It was open, it's not one glitched down the train cart, it's actually an open train cart, just in case any of you guys thought might not be, because he barely damages it. I was able to protect it really well, and I thought this was actually pretty cool. You guys could see my strategies for 1v1s against survivors, and you can see how effective it is. If you guys like to mimic these strategies, go ahead. These are more advanced strats. I didn't put this in my Night Hunter tutorial, mainly because these are a little bit different strategies, and these are a little bit harder to do for a lot of people. So, if you wanted to try and learn how I play against Ultimate Survivors, this is basically how I do it. Anyways, so let's go into the actual changes to Night Invasions. So the very first change is that they fixed a glitch where the tendrils will make you go backwards. Now, this could actually be used actually tactically, but it did happen when it wasn't supposed to happen a lot, and what that actually hindered was chases against people on the buggy, and that could actually be game changing in certain situations, so they had to patch it. Next one is that they fixed Night Hunter delay from spit to pounce. So after you spit as a Night Hunter, you're actually gonna have to wait like a second before you're actually able to pounce an enemy. So I don't know why this was actually added. I never really used that combo, so I'm not totally sure, but oh well. Next one is a glitch where the Night Hunter was actually spawning inside of safe zones, which actually, if that happened to you, you instantly lost the nest, and trust me, I speak from experience, this actually happened to me several times, which was really frustrating whenever it happened, because I'm not always paying attention as soon as I spawn in, and if I wasn't, I would instantly die, because the UV in the safe house will actually kill you, so that kind of sucks if that happens, and usually you lost the nest if that happens because of that, so they took that out, fortunately. Next one is about bombers. Basically, bombers actually received a huge nerf when the Enhanced Edition came out, and it was all due to bugs. They didn't actually intend it to happen, which was actually, I was kind of questioning whether it was a bug or not, but fortunately it was a bug, so that kind of made me happy, because with these two things, bombers were next to useless in a lot of situations. So they fixed bomber spawns. Basically, there are places within the countryside where bombers will not spawn. And they also fixed the damage. There was a bug where they actually were not instant killing the enemy. They were supposed to always instant kill when they actually explode on you. And when the Enhanced Edition came out, something happened. I think it's when they nerfed suiciders or bombers. But basically, the bombers from Night Hunters, they also got nerfed where they do like 1/10 of your health a lot of the time. And that's next to no damage. It's basically useless when it does that. They also fixed the one-shot kill nest exploit, there was a way to actually kill the nest by one-shotting it. I think it was only on Nightmare mode you could do it, but they fixed that too, fortunately. That was one of the biggest reasons why I left games. Odds are, if I left a game in Night Hunter match, 9 out of 10 times it was because they were doing the one-shot nest exploit, which is really frustrating when you run into people doing that. Next one is that they fixed the exploit to cancel UV heal. This is something that actually some Night Hunters did, but what they did not fix is missing a ground pound UV heal. So let me explain about this. When you use UV heal, you can actually cancel it midway by pouncing an enemy. Now that is a bug. What was not a bug is that missing a ground pound and then UV heal to actually heal yourself while recovering from the ground pound. That is not an exploit, that is still in the game. They do not see it as an actual exploit. Now what the exploit does is that since you're canceling a UV heal, this goes insanely well when you miss the ground pound. So what people did was miss a ground pound, UV heal, and then pounce out. That is an exploit. But it's not the missing a ground pound, UV heal that's an exploit. There's a lot of common confusion about this, and I just thought I should clarify this. The last change was that they fixed a glitch where nests were spawning in an area where you could not actually reach, such as spawning inside a train cart which could not be opened. That I could understand is really frustrating. Basically you lose the game instantly if that happens because you can't destroy that nest. You have no choice but to lose because you can't complete the objective, but they took that out and fixed that, so that's good. And that's basically all the changes. Now I'm gonna list the actual few changes that I want to see in Night Invasions. Now a lot of these are from the Night Hunter's point of view, so if a person who plays Survivor a lot, they might see different things that might need changing that I do not. My first change that I want to see is water. I do not think water should be a safety net for the survivors. When you go into water as a survivor, you can just wait out any spit that's on you. And with the actual amount of water that's located within Old Town, every single time you get a spit on you, all you do is just jump in the water and you can wait till it wears off and then you come out squeaky clean, no spit on you. You don't need to worry, and the Night Hunter is still cooling down from using his spit on you trying to land it. I think that should not be the case. When you go in the water, spits should not deteriorate, and in my opinion, maybe they should also allow you to pounce a human that's in the water since they can still use their UV flashlight. So it's not unreasonable for you to be able to pounce them in that way. Now, another change is that I think bomber damage does not need to instant kill on solo. When you're 1v1ing someone, it's not necessary because you're already applying pressure to them. Just them doing a little bit of damage is already good enough in my opinion because you'll be hitting them with ground pounds, tackling them as they're running away from bombers. So the whole entire combination of everything should kill them anyways, but at least give them a little bit of a fighting chance in my opinion. So they should not instant kill on solo. Bring it back to what it used to be when the Enhanced Edition came out on 1v1s. On co-ops though, it needs to instant kill because they could also be revived. On solo, you cannot revive yourself, and it's kind of makes it crappy if it does instant kill, but on co-op, you could wait till the spit's over, and then you could revive your teammate, so that actually is kind of reasonable for it to instant kill on co-op. Next one is that when your Night Hunter gets a kill on his enemy, you actually have time slowed down for you. You actually zoom in on the actual survivor that you killed, and it slows down. You can't really move that much. That I've been killed in that state so many times, it's ridiculous. And in my opinion, you should not be punished for landing a kill, because that's basically what's happening. I'm being punished for killing a survivor. In my opinion, that should not be a case. You should not be punished for actually defeating your opponent. You should actually, nothing should happen at all. You shouldn't be rewarded or punished. All this just happens, the game keeps going on. I just find that kind of silly that I'm dying because I'm landing a kill. So I would like to see that changed. And another change is, I think this one is, there used to be an exploit I'm always saying it's an exploit. I didn't really think of it that way, but they patched it out, so I'm guessing they considered it an exploit. But basically, you could actually swing your heavy weapon, pull up your shield, and then the heavy weapon cooldown, after you swing a heavy weapon, normally you wait like a second or two before you can swing it again. That disappeared, the whole entire cooldown. It's basically animation canceling when you pull up the shield. Now, they patched that out, but there's a newer version of that with grappling hook. Basically, you can swing your weapon, grappling hook, and it cancels it too. But I think this one's a little bit more broken. I'm wondering if they should patch it. I kind of find it a little bit annoying because you could instant kill a Night Hunter doing that, because heavy weapon will bring them down to like 14 health, and then grappling hook will finish them off instantly. And if you get really good with the timing, it's like instant killing Night Hunters easily. Like, all you need is a little bit of practice with that, and you could just go to town on any Night Hunter. So I'm not totally sure if they intended it to be that way, but you can use it, and in my opinion, it should be patched. Now the final change is zombie dockets. Now what I mean by that is that I know dockets are account bound. So basically, it's not actually set to the character that earns it. So you could earn Bozak dockets on one character and then go to another character and turn them in. I think that since they're account bound, when you win a Night Hunter match, you should get a docket. And then that docket you can turn in on your actual survivor character to maybe get a gold weapon. I think that'll be a cool idea. It'll give people more of a reason to actually play. And yeah, I think that'll be rather nice. And that's it for the video, guys. Hope all of you enjoyed. Now, I know a lot of the changes that I once seen are actually more in favor of the Night Hunter. Even though they're rather small, I would like to see those changes. But I'm pretty sure I do not play nearly as much as a survivor, so I would not see the amount of unfair stuff that the Night Hunter can do over the survivor. So if you guys want to see any changes to the Night Hunter, maybe any nerfs or buffs, leave in the comments down below. I've always seen the survivor as the more overpowered character, but I do not play as much, so I'm not 100% sure, but that's what everybody tells me. So yeah, that's basically it for the video, guys. Hope all of you enjoyed the video, and have a great day.